his head. Repeated exposure to the forge seems to have side effects. Let's do something. Tobin begins to channel energy into both titans at once, putting him under incredible strain. His personal shield suddenly winks out. The Master Artificer is now vulnerable fools.
So be it. Let's see if you're fast enough feet. Too bad I can't corrupt you as I did the archives. Very well. I will deal with you myself. The codex page the devils were using to transform the archons into...
Hi everyone, Aldbar here, and welcome to the live stream. Here you can ask your DDO questions, ask for DDO demonstrations, and ask for DDO advice. So please be my guest on my show, Ask Aldbar DDO Live. Enjoy. So, how you all doing? Hello and welcome. Yeah, I got sick over the weekend, so no streaming for me. I am feeling terrible, but the terrible I'm feeling now is much better than I was feeling the last 2 days, so it's an overall improvement, so let's hope we keep it up. Yeah, for now we're gonna do some more of this, get this character up to cap. I believe the quest is over here, yeah. This is the third madness chain. I don't remember if I ever did this on Epic Elite or not. It's supposed to be a fashion show, this stupid quest. This mad quest, sorry. We shall see. I only vaguely remember how to do this quest. I think we're supposed to fight a whole bunch of monsters and then go down some tunnels. That's basically what I remember from this quest. Hey, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Eddie Riz, I'm not sure exactly how to say the name. Everybody has gamer tag names these days, and I'm always trying to figure it out, so I hope I was close enough and I didn't butcher it too much. Sorry if I did. Is this game supposed to be PG-13 or PG-18 plus? Not PG, but whatever it is. What's the rating on this game? I think they're trying to earn their rating in this particular quest. Yeah, you have to sit and wait for this thing to end. And then eventually you start attacking them. Everything starts falling apart.
A wave of fear pulses from the stage as the mad mind flayer Yalthun suddenly appears behind the promoter. Yalthun's voice fills your mind. Thank you all for coming.
Right, every time you kill these Paras, they drop 2 eyeballs, you have to attack then also.
After my last collection was so successful, I have decided to try my hand at performance art. Please, relax and enjoy. I call this first part the madness of bringing fashion to lesser beings. Do you think that title's too long?
Is this quest supposed to be some kind of subtle social commentary that I'm not getting? I don't know. This quest is just me standing around and smashing a whole bunch of stuff, so until it all dies. Then we move on. Well, it got a whole bunch of taken. These creatures over here are supposed to be abominations created by that mind flayer over there. The guy who has a projection up top. He's been super Frankensteining characters, putting them together, making these abominations. And then he thinks they're so pretty now they need to go on a fashion show. I like how the audience seems to be oblivious to everything that's going on. They're just standing there in true NPC mode. This is fine. This is normal. Everything's okay. All is fine. All is great. None of them are fleeing.
A crashing sound echoes through the plaza as the harbor tunnel door is turned to splinters. The large demon blocks the way. The heroes rush over, lured by the promise of treasure.
This is the Mist Stalker, nothing to do with the quest. The timing, though, was spot on. You got a problem with trying to talk while I'm playing. It's not a problem for talking and playing, but pressing down the talk button and playing is a problem. Yeah, I got the hype intro done. I think it's okay. Ah, okay. Yeah, sorry. Maybe I was gonna start a little earlier. Again, like I said at the beginning of the show, I wasn't feeling good. Oh, thank you. I tried to make it just a little bit too much to watch all at once, so you won't get bored after one time watching it. Basically, next time you watch it, you will see new things. That's like the goal of the thing. So hopefully, hopefully it lives up to that.
As the clock works. 2 more souls lost to the jungle last night. Record the names and the dates.
I made 3 new sections. I made the hype trailer for the intro. I made a mid like taking a break kind of trailer for going to the bathroom or making new coffee or whatever. And then I made a outro. So I've got 3 new clips. Maybe I'll upload them individually to YouTube, clear without any stuff on top of it. I have no clue where I'm supposed to go. I forgot. Am I supposed to go? I don't know. Let's see. Ah, this way. I see. Monsters. This is the way you know where to go. Yeah, putting together the trailer was extra hard because while I was putting it together, I was sick the whole time, and I couldn't find the motivation to do it. I was like, I couldn't stay in bed because I was gonna get bed sores, and I couldn't stay by the computer. I just couldn't focus on anything. My eyes were on fire, and it was like it was a very miserable situation. So, luckily, I finally got through it. When I put all the footage on timeline, I had 8 hours worth of footage. I mean, that was our uncut streams, but then I had to go through and start cutting down. Now we're down to like an hour and a half worth of clips. And then out of that, I need to cram it into the 3 different things. Find the proper music to go together with it. Well, you have to find copyright-free music because you don't want to get into trouble with that. And then time it, whatever. Yeah, I was sick. Sorry. I was considering streaming, but my part of the thing that I had is my throat was swollen and my voice was garbage, and it was very hard for me to talk. After like 10 minutes of talking, my voice started to really hurt, so I was like, not really practical. So I can say my voice is feeling much better, so overall I'm not feeling that good, so I might be less energy than usual. I don't know. But at least my voice is not that bad, so hopefully the stream's okay. Worst comes to worst, I'll end it short. Yeah, I know it's tempting sometimes, you know, like keep on the grind and stay there the whole time. That's better. Just, you know, take the break when you need it.
Now, no leaving that way. Was my hint about the collapsed wall too subtle for your odd little minds?
This one guy hasn't died.
Perhaps the heroes need to encounter more peril to draw them back into the fray.
Mind flares ate my hireling's brain. Gotta go resurrect him now. I'm in that very awkward slot between 29 and 30, where you don't get all your stuff yet. Unfortunately. Okay, head into the sewers.
They tell me that all good adventures need to involve a sewer. And now here you are.
Yes, this is some kind of social commentary. Maybe on just video games in general. Of course it has to have a sewer in it. What kind of a game would it be without it? Here I am standing in a sewer, swiping at eyeballs with a stick. Just your everyday adventure. And there's a collectible here. Totally worth it. Glad that Taken don't drop those crystallized eyes, and it's only the eye horrors. Just multiplying enemies. It's almost worse than oozes. When you attack an ooze and it splits into a whole bunch of oozes. And what was a small problem becomes a huge problem. Same thing with eye horrors. You kill them and all of a sudden you multiply the amount of enemies. Yeah, getting into legendary levels is usually tricky. A lot of times what I do is I collect up saga and rewards, and then I just collect all the XP once I hit 30, just to get past 30, 31, so I don't have to suffer in that like dead zone where you don't get XP anymore from epic levels, but legendary quests are just too hard to do at level on epic elite or legendary elite, whatever. It's tricky.
Some of my unfinished exhibits. A pity you're just going to destroy them. This is why you can't have nice things.
Yeah, I don't know if you have to break these cocoons, yeah. You have to break the cocoons. Wasn't sure if it was an optional or it was a forced quest objective. Apparently it's forced. Well, cleared out this room. See about the room across the hall.
Snooping around my workshop? You know, it's poor form to look at an artist's works before they are ready for viewing.
Yeah. This quest range again, it's kind of tight. They have the same problem with level 19. If you ever take level 19, there's a good chance you can get stuck there. I've been stuck on with a character at level 19 for like probably a half a year. Because as a solo character, I just couldn't get past. And I would like avoid playing it. I would play other things. Just not to have to like deal with running a quest, spending a half an hour, and getting like 1,000 XP. Yeah. You can get really punished.
The brave heroes struck down the defenseless cocoons, destroying their chance to be elevated out of the squalor of their miserable forms and into the realm.
Yeah, what we're discussing right now is basically the level range as on your character. Every level range has like appropriate quests, and certain level ranges are very hard to manage because of the scarcity of XP or experience from quests at that level. It's either too hard or not enough XP, and you can get stuck. Yeah, I'm just gonna quick rest, and I guess we go and face off against the boss. I guess destroying the cocoons opens the door at the end. I mean, I'm assuming that's what happened. Let's see. Yes, it did. And here we go. The boss. Great.
Water, they spy a newly opened door, and what lies beyond but a true vision of beauty.
The mind flares are the ones I'm worried about, because if I take too much charisma damage, I'll become helpless. I don't want that to happen. And now I'm dancing. I'm very glad that they added like chaos beholders and ice beholders. Any kind of beholder who doesn't like automatically energy drain you is way more fun than the ones who just energy drain you as soon as you get close to them and anti-magic you. So these are not as bad.
By the quaint rituals of the natives of Stormreach, you played your part well. I can't wait until next time.
I do believe there is a Taken pet, but there's also the Taken cookie, which is the greatest. You can actually, there's a cookie you can get from the festival who temporarily transforms you into a Taken, one of those monstrous characters. And it's really cool. Hello, Mino Nitro. How you doing? Yeah, well, R10, everything can be a pain, so I don't, and beholders are a pain in the first place anyway, so. But yeah, I can see why they can be, you can be stacking two things that are not fun together. Yeah, quests have difficulty settings: casual, normal, hard, elite, and then Reaper 1 through 10. Reaper 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. So R10 is highest difficulty. And part of the way they make it harder is by cutting down your DPS, your damage per second. So now you attack and hit slower. You make less, you deal less damage. Basically, it's nerfing you, making you weaker. So if you can't compensate for that, you'll be in trouble. This particular character over here gives you like a letter that you double click on, which sends you into the quest, which is very odd because I can now enter the quest from wherever I want. So technically speaking, if I keep one of these in my bag, I can teleport myself out from any place I ever get stuck and then just leave the quest. Just saying. Go do that. Also, I got another point, I think. Let's see. Where do I want to put this thing? There we go. I do have some favor I have to fill up. So I'm going to probably go run through some quests for favor. Yeah, right. Before I got distracted. Reaper, one of the things it does is your self-healing gets nerfed. I mean, your positive healing in general gets nerfed. Everything gets nerfed, but your self-healing like really takes a massive amount. And everything does more damage, whatever. The whole thing is really bad. So self-healing becomes almost impossible. Yeah, if you stand over here and you run and jump over this fence. So I've landed right now in House Cannith out of bounds. So I am behind a gate in House Cannith. And there's no way back in. Where was that quest? Oh, it disappeared. So now I have to teleport out of here. Maybe it's because I clicked on it already. Sorry. Was it just because I left 12? Wait, I've got to get to the bottom of this. Hey, listen, I make assumptions all the time, and then right away I have to go confirm those assumptions because a lot of times they're wrong. A lot of times they're right, but I'm well aware of the fact that if I don't confirm things, you'll never know. Take the piece of paper. Okay, now I have this thing again. Let's see if it disappears if I leave. No, it doesn't disappear if I leave. I guess you can only click on it once. It's a one-time use. Let's just make sure. I'm coming up with a theory right now, and I want to confirm it, just to make sure. Here we go. Jump over the fence. And we are out of bounds. And the letter is still here. I guess, yeah. Took too long to read the invitation. Doesn't stay. I see. So no, you can't use it to like get out of fire pits someplace inside of a quest. Oh well. You can always get out of here by just typing /death and dying and being teleported back to your, what's it called? Spawn point, so. At least there's that. Don't make me check it. I'm not going to check that one. You'll just have to trust me on that one. That one I've already checked. Okay. Here's a piece of paper. Let's go. If it did work, it would be great because what it does is it means you got a teleport that you can't have interrupted. It means let's say I fall into a pit full of lava and I'm taking damage. You try to cast teleport, it'll interrupt you. But then I can double click on just enter a quest from wherever you are and it will teleport you out. And it would work even in places where you are immune to dimension door and stuff like that. But again, it times out. That is the downside of it. Oh well. But this is the importance of actually testing things and not just assuming.
Come down and join the party. It's quite a lively group. Now, feel free to explore the palace. The halls of reflection, the galleries of motion, the museum. It's all at your disposal. My staff will do their best to give you a suitable welcome.
Let's change the mantle. Should increase my DPS, but I'll be giving up on some of my self-healing. Hopefully I don't get myself killed. But while I have this thing on, I am immune to petrification, which is pretty cool in this quest.
I encourage all my servants to reflect on their shortcomings. The Medusas most of all.
Basically, there's a lot of Medusas in this quest, and they like turning you into stone. It's pretty easy to fight Medusas, because you just need to turn around and not face, or not look into their eyes while they're doing their gaze attack. The problem is, if you've got like 5 of them attacking you at the same time, it's kind of hard to avoid. There you go, I'm totally immune to it. Fun every once in a while to completely stomp on a specific monster's ability. Oh yeah, if you step on this thing over here, opens it up, and there's a mirror, and you can use it to turn the Medusa into stone. You can trick her into turning herself into stone. But just like for you, it's only temporary. For her also, it's only temporary.
Otherwise, you're just setting yourself up to be blindsided.
Whoever set up this quest really didn't like Medusas. And he made sure that every time you enter the quest, they're always facing away from you. Basically to try to give you a fighting chance. They knew what they're doing.
An experienced person such as yourself.
The Stone Museum. Everything here is supposed to be made out of stone and stone themed.
Peace and serenity in the halls.
The Lord of Stone or whatever his name is. Oh, this place. You've got a few switches you need to click on. The ones that are not red are not traps. Oh, whatever. Here we go. I don't feel like being subtle about it. They're gonna kill my hireling, I know it. Get one of these. No. Yeah, some of these are strange and interesting. Some of these quests are strange and annoying. And it's a very fine line between the two. I I have a personal vendetta against the Delirium quests. I think they're terrible. I mean, I get what they were trying to do, and they all have very interesting things, but every one of them has at least one aspect that makes it unforgivable as far as I'm concerned. I just did Acute Delirium last night. I remembered how much I can't stand that quest. The Acute Delirium, if you're trying to solo, is probably one of the hardest quests in DDO to solo. You have to wait until you're way over level, or you have no chance whatsoever. I mean, of course, if you're a caster and you've got tons of crowd control, maybe. But as a melee character, it's pointless, useless, hopeless. The bookshelves over there just take so much damage so fast, and they're so slow. You're trying to hoard these bookshelves down a hallway, and they keep on taking like 2 hits. The beholders summon a bunch of ice damage, and they just get destroyed, wrecked in a second. So it's basically, you waste tons of time over there and it takes forever. Yeah, sorry about the rant about Acute Delirium. Then Terminal Delirium. Oh man. Let's put it like this. If the Delirium quests just didn't have beholders in them, they would be about 10 times better. just take out the beholders.
Come, join us.
Everything would be better about them.
I'm just about to show them to the Lord of Eyes. Well, what do you think?
Demands the Lord of Stone.
Yeah, that's Terminal Delirium. Maybe Terminal Delirium turns you into... You have to become a mirror, a tile, and a balloon. So yeah. So the balloon part has a million traps, which not everybody can avoid, who can one-shot you. And there's a whole bunch of beholders and stuff in the hallway that again can one-shot you. So it's just basically just too difficult. So you don't get to enjoy the gimmick because you're suffering from the actual quest.
Stone is in motion all around us.
Let's try not to get crushed by beholders coming down this passageway. Made it.
Silent erosion of the mountains. There's the long, languid drift of the continents.
This guy won't shut up about stone.
There's the flow of the lava as it races towards the sea, searing everything in its path.
Yeah, this is one of those quests where it probably will break your weapon just because of all the things you're attacking. Luckily, I am in a Divine Crusader stance. Divine Crusader tree makes me not take damage from... Not take damage on my main weapon. Or whatever, not take damage on my weapon, so...
Then there are earthquakes.
I am at least saved from that one fate.
And prances like a playful colt.
Yeah. Delirium, probably out of all the quests, is the one that's the least punishing. Except for the fact that Delirium is free-to-play, and you, as a free-to-play player, don't know what you're getting into, and that's why I can't stand it. The first time I did Delirium, I was way under level. I was like level maybe 12, and it's a level 15 quest. And I bought a whole bunch of hirelings because I keep on dying. I was probably like in that quest like 7 times. Trying to keep on trying to beat the end boss. I got such a little amount of XP after spending like probably like an hour and a half in there. Yeah, still haven't forgiven it. That's why I can't stand it. Although I will say that it has a whole bunch of really cool secrets in it. So if you know how to do all the optionals, it's pretty cool. You got some really neat things in the quest. All of them do. They all have like small things that make them really interesting. It's just a whole, I don't know, just too much beholders. Forget it. That's it. Less beholders, better quest. Come on, where's the extra beholder? Not beholder, boulder. It's gonna fall out as soon as I drop by. Beholder seems like one of those monsters that the DM does when he doesn't like his players. He finds it entertaining, torturing the players. I don't think the players find it as fun fighting as the DM finds it fun to place it in the quest. Gotta wait for this boulder to pass. Oh, don't hit me. Thank you. Gotta say, it's rather satisfying to completely ignore the whole gaze attack. Tell my hireling to heal himself. Why obvious things need to be said, I don't know. Whatever, let's go.
You didn't find that static and dull. Now onward, the palace awaits.
I am going to rest, if you don't mind. Does anybody know if Lamania is up now? Done the other two passageways. Now I gotta go this way.
The Museum of Stone.
Also, actually, once we do this, I'll come back and do that.
You really do have excellent taste for a little blob of flesh. Welcome to the Museum of Stone, devoted to stone in all its many forms. Its history, its variety, its ecology, its social habits and customs. Please continue to the first exhibit.
By the way, the whole rare item variety thing that DDO introduced in Myth Drenor was actually in the game with mythic weapons already in this adventure pack. There's a few items you can get, and there's mythic versions of them who are basically a very rare chance to drop. And they're just upgraded versions of the regular quests, regular items. It's way less punishing because you can still get the normal one. The mythic one's just a bit better. Not like a completely different item that doesn't exist.
Progenitors made a world from the elemental chaos. What did they make it from? Stone! Since that day, stone has been ready. Ready to spring into action. Ready to strike when the prophecy calls.
Hi, floating by. What's up? I love how if you look at these rocks while you're attacking them, you can see for a second in your viewfinder what they're actually based on, because they just changed the skin of the Onyx or Enox Panther. So Black Panthers, basically. And instead of that, well, they just changed it to stones. Some of them are here. This one's a human. There's like different versions. Yeah, there's a panther. No, sorry. Yeah, there's a panther and there's a human. I'm not sure which one. Could be one of them is like a caster. And the other melee one's a panther. Thank you. I'm doing great. Thank you. We're, I mean, personally in real life I'm sick, but whatever. The character's doing okay. I'm doing better than I was doing the last few days, so yeah. I feel terrible, and it's still much, much better than I was at the end of last week, so. Yeah. Overall, an improvement. I'm being an optimist, and I'm saying I'm feeling great.
when the bones of ancient heroes were placed into the
Still on painkillers, but yeah.
stone.
With the painkillers, I'm doing fine. Also, I got my hype trailer done while I was sick. The hype trailer, the intermission, and even the outro have all been completed.
Stone! It was there at the beginning, and it will be there at the end. No matter where you turn, you cannot escape. Stone. Thank you for visiting the Museum of Stone. Please take a souvenir. Of this
You're
visit.
welcome. I do believe that down over here in this lava, there is like a collectible someplace. You know me, collectibles and stuff. It's the reason why I play DDL. I'm kidding. But not, kind of. Somebody made memes about my character would be, don't forget to turn in your raid. And ooh, collectible. That would be it. Yeah, there's a named boss over here. But there's a collectible. First things first. The cool looking gargoyle. I should probably make an entire trailer just made out of rare encounters that nobody knows that look really cool, like this gargoyle and a whole bunch of other things. How do we get back up? Oh, this thing. That is right. Need to walk back up. And we are back up to FI.
I trust you've enjoyed your little tour of the palace. Come find
Let's head to the end. Collectible.
Now ascend, brave adventurer, to the summit of glory, a most sacred place dedicated to those who have reached the very pinnacle of perfection. A place dedicated to myself. As you can see, I have no use for false modesty.
The cosmetic he's using for his weapon is Blade of Fury. Comes from the first Cornlord chain.
Led to believe that your kind was soft and prone to bleeding. Are you sure there's no stone in your background?
Here come all the Medusas. Okay, and we are done. Loot. Come on, give me a quarterstaff.
How am I supposed to inaugurate my new palace without blood splattered on the
No
walls?
quarterstaff. By the way, this quest has a quarterstaff. If you do heroic, there's a, I don't know, staff of stone. I forgot what it's called, whatever. And it is a level 18 item that accepts sentience. So, if you ever wanted to have a sentient weapon starting at level 18, it was a bug, and then they left it unofficial. So, quarterstaff, I forgot what it's called, drops from this quest. There's not a lot of items drop from this quest, so it's pretty easy to farm. The heroic version, level 18, and you can accept sentience. And it's not like a minor artifact with like a certain amount of filigrees. You can just put in your sentient jewel and have 8 filigrees or whatever, you know, maxed out sentient thing. 10? I forgot, whatever it is. Whatever you can max out today. So, yeah, you can have it from level 18. Just saying. Okay, we are done here. Let's get out. I really need to check this character I designed this character with the intention of taking epic toughness. Epic toughness at level 30. But for that, I need to have a +5 Constitution Tome. Which, for that, I need 5,000 favor. But I am not quite yet at 5,000 favor. So either I have to change the order of the feats and move epic toughness to something else, or come back later and take it, or I have to scram now and get a whole bunch of extra favor. So if I can move the feat, I'll do that. Truth is, I'm just pushing the problem down the road to later. So oh well, for now we're just collecting some more favor. As I mentioned before, I only did Acute Delirium yesterday, so the final quest in Chain 2 of the Madness Chain I haven't done yet, because I needed to finish the flagging before I could do it. So we shall do that. Nope, not him. Here we go. Yes, yes, yes. I know we're over leveled, but still this thing has beholders in it. I don't like beholders at all. Fun fact about this quest, it actually has there's a certain like part in it we'll talk about soon where you can farm essence of earth elementals for crafting.
Glowing towers of magical rings designate where the active levitation pads are. Time to put your trust in the 12's magical designs.
Pretty sure we're supposed to go straight first. Yeah, this is supposed to be like a quest inside the Tower of the 12, I think. Do you fall down over here? Really not sure what's up with this thing. I guess you can walk on it.
A cowering 12 apprentice sends a telepathic message from the shadows nearby. If you kill them, I'll unlock the door so you can get
Got
to
him.
Rodriguez. Please hurry.
Okay, I've done my part. Thank you. More beholders. There's the chaos beholders, and there's the armored beholders, the ice beholders. All those I don't mind. It's only the ones who hit you for negative levels. Those are the ones I can't stand. Negative levels and anti-magic. Okay. Gotta talk to this guy.
You can start with the fire elementals over there, Herodotus says.
Yeah, now we need to collect elementals. Now, technically speaking, these guys will continuously respawn. They will respawn forever. So, yep. If you wanted to just fill up your monster manual, that would be something you could do. You need to call them over without killing them. You need them to die in the center. Come on. Come over here. Luckily, my shuriken is so weak that even as a endgame character, I'm not overdoing it. And we've got a Mistalker just to keep things interesting. Yeah, I forgot. This is only a heroic quest, so the Mistalker was pushover.
Enough fire elementals. Take their essence and bind them to the mage fire cannon.
I need to click on this. Oh, I guess I need to just go collect all the things first, whatever. Fine, let's go to Earth. Yeah, so this one, Earth, has a specific thing about it that if you're... There's a ritual, an adamantite ritual it's called, where you take adamantite ore and soul gem of Earth elementals, and you combine it to make the durability of your item stronger. And if you want to farm out those Earth essences, there's a place to do it because they continuously respawn. You don't have to like keep on... as long as they don't get to the center, this objective will never end. So basically you just stand over here and you run between them and you cast... I forgot what the name is. There's the spell who turns them into... Trap the Soul. That's the name of the spell. Trap the Soul. It's true that I actually have Trap the Soul guard on. So, if they attack me, I could be collecting their essences. But that's not what I'm trying to do. I need to bring them to the center. Need my hireling to stand here so he doesn't accidentally kill them. Not in the center. Also, somehow I missed this collectible. Come on. Are you in the center or not? Oh, apparently he is, so. Close enough. Come on, 2 more. Need 5 of each element to complete this objective. Yeah, apparently they made it so if you attack them and try to kill them when they're outside of the circle, they turn red, kind of like the color over here, and you can't kill them actually until they walk into the circle. That's apparently what I'm observing right now, so good to know. I don't have to worry about my hireling killing them, just the only problem is he's distracting them from showing up into the center. Okay, now we have to go upstairs, get the water and air. Okay, here we start with the jump pads. Man, this thing kills your ears. Aldbar holder. Hit me with telekinesis. Come on, don't fall off the platform, please. Thank you. Ooh. That was close. Yeah, a lot of these trash mobs spawn in only once you hit a certain point, so I didn't want to leave him there and come back and get attacked by him, so take care of it right away. I don't remember which way I'm supposed to go. I know that one of them is a dead end. And one of them has the objective. But there's also one of these passageways where I think it just loops around, so whatever. We shall explore and find out. You should be able to tell by now that I don't do these quests a lot. Yeah, this one I think loops around. Seems to be. Okay, 2 rooms in here. Let's see where this goes. This is air. Nice. Okay, I think we need, what, 2 more?
You have captured enough air elementals. Take their essence and bind it to the Magefire cannon.
Okay. I'm not sure what the second room is. Is this water or this is just there's a room with the hellhounds. This is an optional room. Apparently I didn't kill one of these eyeballs, and that's why the chest is locked. And we're done with this side. Yeah, still gotta go to the other side then. We'll walk through this other hallway. Just clear out the trash. I am collecting some of this, the auto-collectible ingredients. Can be used later for crafting. Okay. There's probably going to be something who spawns in this room over here. Gotta be careful. And we need to go to the room across over there. Something's going to spawn in as soon as I land here. This the start? No. Yeah. We are in the right place. Turn me into ice. I'm immune to petrification, but not being turned into a block of ice. Okay, good to know. Should be some optional here. 1 second. Where is my were-rat hireling? This guy should be able to find it for me. Did that do it? Is this the water elementals? Let's see. Yes, water elementals. Fine, come at me. Now wait for them to respawn. And 2 more, and we are done. Yeah, we're trying to activate this like mage fire cannon, but we need essences of the different elements. So we're here with these devices who captures the elements. And we'll bring them to the center and we're killing them. And that's how we capture their essence. And then we can bind it to the mage fire cannon, yes.
You've gathered the last remaining elemental essence. Return to the basement and bind them to the mage fire cannon.
Now I know I missed something. I'm just not sure where I missed it. There probably was a optional that I missed at the other place, because I didn't have my hireling to search for it. So let's quickly go back and check. Just to be sure. Come on, follow me. I remember it being someplace where like you branch off. I can't remember now. I found the collectible. That was totally worth it. Yeah, I guess we head back to the mage fire cannon. Drop down. Go back to the room over there. Click on the cannon or talk to the guy. I'm not sure which one.
The mage fire cannon is now supercharged and ready to be fired.
Basically, I'm going to blast a hole in this wall. And now a whole bunch of minions are going to come to help me.
Accompany them to the central portal to make your move on Belashira.
Now we got to head out and fight a beholder boss in the center room. And then we head to the end room. And we are done. Yeah, big beholder in the middle over there.
Opulox the Indomitable turns to challenge you.
They got me.
As it turns out,
Okay, now we're even.
Opulox was all talk. Henceforth, he shall be remembered as Opulox the Dead.
Well, at least we got him for the monster manual, so. Beholder plate armor. Never gonna use it. Well, should never say never, but whatever. Sometimes if you press on the rest shrine and move while you're pressing it, your character glitches out instead of sitting down and using the animation, we'll do it standing. Very weird. But yeah, so we're done. End fight. Here we come.
Welcome, pawns. I was just about to get started, now that I have created a suitably impressive avatar for this world. Do you like it? Suddenly you feel calmer, and the mad god before you seems less daunting. Several familiar stone figures emerge from behind you to confront the Lord of Eyes.
Belashira! You can't escape your stone prison in Kyber that easily! The power of stone is mine after all! Feel the presence of Kyber in my creations!
Hey, finish with your talking. I want to fight. Let's get this over with. And here now.
All Ask's creatures emit strange auras as they charge into the Lord of Eyes. These creatures appear to be holding the Lord of Eyes' true power at bay. Their role in this battle will be vital. Best to keep them alive if you can.
Let's just kill him as fast as possible. That's it. No Scepter of the Mad Turkey. Okay. Let's go see if I can find it. So, where I found the water elementals. So let's climb up to the water elementals. The portal wall. I guess we head to the water elementals then. Because I remember there's a optional with a bunch of hellhounds. And potentially a named one. Again, for my monster manual. I see. Got it. No, I need my guy to find it. Come on, you can do it. And now we need to buff him. So, we need fire, positive, fire, finisher. Come on, do your best to find it, please. Man, this guy's useless. Sorry, I'm useless. Looking for the wrong place. Sorry. All is good, sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. And your intelligence. Well, this is not the room I remembered, so either there's something else or I missed something. I only vaguely remember this room. This guy's so sad. I'm just gonna hide here for now. I guess we are done. Finished. Fun fact about the Madness Chain, number 2. When it first came out, the end reward of the Madness Chain would drop level 13 rings that had no minimum level. It was a weird bug, but everybody was just farming out the chain just for the end reward. And I got a +5 Constitution ring for level 1. And then eventually they fixed the bug and they updated all the rings, so it became useless. And I think the chain is done. Quarterstaff, not going to use that. Not going to use the docent. Crafting materials. Yeah, fine, I'll take the crafting materials. So, what else do I have on my list of favor? Okay, starting from level 20, things who have epic. I didn't do Devil Assault. I didn't do the raids. Vault of Night, Plane of Night. Didn't do Caught in the Web. Didn't do Fall of Truth. And that's it. Then I'm up to level 26s already. Yeah, these are all Evening Star. Study and Stable, what goes up? Promise of Fire. Oh, Promise of Fire is not an Evening Star. What else is not? Tower of Frost isn't. Brothers of the Forge, neither is that. Brothers of the Forge is actually a good quest. Just because what it drops at the end is good. Well, let's see what raids I have. Heroic level. What raids haven't I done yet? First raid is Chronoscope. I didn't do Chronoscope, I'm pretty sure. Come on, where's Chronoscope raid? Oh, I actually did Chronoscope. Never mind, sorry. Chronoscope done. And next should be level 10. Vault of Night, I didn't do that. Plane of Night, didn't do that. Checking out all the raids that I could potentially do. Zawabi's Revenge, I've done this on Elite. Titan's Awake, I need an extra character. Hey, anybody on Cormier want to do Titan and happens to be flagged? I don't mind dragging you through it. As long as you can follow simple instructions and you have underwater action, you can do it, no problem. And being over level is great. You just have to be flagged. Where's Tempest Spine, by the way? I missed it somehow. Plane of Night. Come on, where's 9, 10? Tempest Spine I did. Okay, fine. Twilight Forge. Zawabi's Revenge. If somebody has a pet, all I need is one more player. If you don't have a pet, I need 2 more players. Okay, okay, it's fine. You've already overextended yourself. I get it. No problem. I appreciate you staying around for the show. Thank you. Reaver's Fate. I've done this one already. Okay, let's move up. What's the next one? Shroud. I haven't done Shroud. That is actually a very nice amount of XP. Could try to do Shroud. Ascension Chamber. Can't do Ascension Chamber. Could I do Ascension Chamber with this character? This character, I have 5 Cleric. So, technically speaking, this character could do Ascension Chamber if I pulled a Blade of Jack Jibbers, which I haven't. So, technically speaking, it is possible with this build, but not currently. That's Ascension Chamber. What else? Where's the next ones? Hound of Zoriad I can do. And Heroic Hound of Zoriad will be a little bit tricky. Vision of Destruction should be able to do. Then the other ones are Master Artificer and Tower of Despair and Lord of Blades. Okay, well, there's a whole bunch of raids I can do. Fine. I need to fulfill my raid quota, solo raids, and I'm also trying to max out favor, so let's go do some raids. Probably VOD is the one that I should start with. I mean, really, I shouldn't be doing this before I'm maxed out, because there's no point in suffering, but I think I can do without too much trouble, so let's just try. What's the worst that can happen? I'll fail. Happened before. Vision of Destruction. As long as you have enough curse removal, should be good to go.
Rushing through the fortress, you arrive at the inner sanctum of Suleiman, Devil General of Shavarath, architect of the infernal port.
Barking a command, the horned devil sets his bodyguards upon you.
They have this damage over time that they add, but apparently it's only on Legendary and not on Heroic, so Heroic is way more forgiving. Here we go. I don't know, by reflex, I just move out of the circles every time. Even though I probably could just survive and tank the hit, I still feel like I have to do it. You have to get rid of this curse though. This makes it so you can't heal. Soon we get to fight the Horn Devils. And after that, a bunch of bats, traps. She's gonna go out for a smoke break. And yeah. Stand in room, kill boss raid. The end. It has even less of a build-up than Zawabi's Revenge. At least you have a long hallway in that quest. Over here, you don't even have that hallway. You just have the pre-room where you teleport from the shrine room. That's it. I will point out that in both cases, the teleport that you use to go from the shrine room will disappear after somebody steps through. So once you click on it, like a minute later or something like that, it disappears. If I D-door out, I'll be stuck in that room with no way to get back in here. Same with Zawabi's Revenge. If you D-door out, you won't be able to get past. Or if you just stay behind in the shrine room still, you won't be able to get back into this room. Okay. Whenever you've got time, come down and fight me. Now we wait. Oh, there he is. That was quick. Either that was quick or the fight was going very slow, so his time was up before I knew it. There are currently 39 raids in DDO if you count them based on favor. That means, let's say Chronoscope. There's Heroic, and there's Epic, and the Legendary. So, Epic and Heroic are the same raid. You only get favor. You only get one-time favor. But then Legendary is its own favor. So, it's its own raid. Same thing that goes with Heroic and Epic, Heroic and Legendary Vision of Destruction, VOD. So the Heroic one and the Epic one, Legendary one, don't give the same favor. They're different raids. Same thing goes with Lord of Blades and Master Artificer and a whole bunch of other raids, where there's two versions in the game. So if you're counting it like that, there's 39 different raids in DDO, and I would say about a third of them are reasonably soloable. That means without too much difficulty, if you have a max level character, you should be able to solo them. Oh yeah. Including things like VOD. I mean, all of them have their own tricks you have to learn, but none of them are like too hard. So at least a third of them are totally soloable. And the beatdown commences. Finished any year now. And the blades. I'll stand here. It's more safe than standing every place else. There is one blade who comes crossing through the center of this place, but yeah. I like how all the bats died and like spread out around me. Just drop a consecration, let them all die. Yeah, here comes the blade that goes through the center of the spikes. I only remember one blade going through the spikes and going through once, but should keep an eye out for it. Just see, confirm it. But as long as I'm not moving, yeah. I had to do like 4 saves, but other than that, here. Well, a second time now. Few more rounds of these bats, and then we can fight the boss. Somehow in my mind, I always remember this room having a tower in the middle, and him standing on top of a platform, and not having just a big gap of air with him standing on a platform that's floating, so... Either I'm hallucinating this, or I don't know. Or maybe they changed it, I don't know. Raid taking too long, had to rebuff.
Barking a command, the horn
Okay, here we go.
bodyguards upon you. You cannot stop this. My soldiers will feed your flesh from your own. Shabarath will conquer.
Yeah, now he starts with the chains. Prevents you from moving. Oh no, 124 electric damage. Yeah, it's depressing. The not being able to move holds you in place, chains you down. This is kind of like when you have those nightmares where you're trying to run into your nightmare or your dream and you can't move your legs. This is what this feels like. Gotta make sure to keep an eye out for the curse. If I can't heal, I could very quickly die. Gotta get ready for the elite guard or whatever they're called. Could be here any moment. Could be it's when he only gets down to like 10%, I don't know. Okay, here they go. I'm just keeping an eye out on my debuff bar at the top, just in case I get cursed again. To use temporary hit points, it's really good in this quest / raid, because you can completely ignore the curse. You just add temporary hit points on top of everything. Pretty sure bats show up at the last second. I'm not sure if there's any way to get rid of this chain effect. I just think he affects only one player in the party at a time, so being by yourself means you're going to be affected all the time. I wish there was some way to get rid of it, but not any way that I've succeeded at. Come on, just die already. And he's dead. Okay, and that was that. I have now done my daily raid. XP. Oh, I actually got XP for this. Nice. Well, that was a welcome surprise. As always, don't forget to turn in your raid. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to go take a coffee and bathroom break. Not sure about the order, but I shall be back soon. And yeah, we'll see what we're doing then. So, take a quick break and I'll be back. But meanwhile, you can enjoy my intermission trailer. Been working on it. See what you guys think about it later. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
current spins, no flurries. The rhythm won't worry. If you fall behind, I'll be humming till you hurry.
With the horn, beat the dog. Can't take a loss with the boss and the windjaws. With the horn, beat the dog. Can't take a loss with the boss and the windjaws.
Seen it all, it can all toss away, don't get a test.
With the horn, beat the dog. Can't take a loss with the boss and the windjaws.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Well, I am back. Got my coffee, got my break. Hope you're all doing well. Yes, I guess we're moving on. So, I've had to run one saga on Heroic and rush through it as fast as possible. What would you prefer? Feywild, Saltmarsh, or Barovia? How about we put them in alphabetical order? So, guess Barovia, then Feywild, Saltmarsh. Yeah, and we'll just number them 1, 2, and 3. I guess you put in chat 1, 2, or 3, and we'll take it from there. If nobody puts anything in chat, we'll just go to Barovia first, because it's, well, number 1. Hi, Tyler. Saltmarsh? Well, you're on YouTube and you've got a extra long latency, so if nobody else said anything by now, Saltmarsh it is. Okay. So let's see how long it takes us to do Saltmarsh. Heroic Saltmarsh. Very well, I'll pick up the whole saga. And now let's rush through it. Okay, and we head out. We go it on Heroic because we're going here for as fast as possible. I'm not trying to waste time. Do the first quest. Do you own Saltmarsh by any chance? Because I'm doing this way over level, I am going to have my hirelings out. Because they are actually useful. They'll just make it so I can ignore more monsters and have them take care of the extra trap.
Sent by the city guard await you at the. You tell the deputy to send the expected signal to the smugglers. This should make their ship easy to board, as they will expect a boat of their comrades to approach them. The fools won't.
Let's hope I get some named items.
The deputy stops rowing to ask you. Port or starboard, Captain? Not seeing the familiar faces of their accomplices, the surprised crew demands to know who you are. Looks like they bought your story. It's time to follow the first mate into the cargo hold.
It's the first time I've ever successfully bluffed that guy. I'm not even sure how the quest proceeds.
The suspicious first mate demands to know what is really going on. You have convinced the first mate to start a mutiny.
I've never actually seen this quest unfold like this. Not that I mind, but... Great.
The bosun is keeled over.
I need 4 crests so I can get to the bottom floor. Go check the bottom hold or whatever this thing's called. The hull.
Family of ugly-looking rats in the piles of refuse. Neither of you are willing to share the boat. There are no rats left in the bilge, though you can't be sure about the rest of the ship.
Should be a chest here. Still gotta check the rest of the decks. So we can fill up the crests over here. I think I've got 1 out of 4. Let's go through from the top. I am not at cap yet, but I need to get to 5,000 favor before I, what's it called? I need to get to 5,000 favor before I can take my feat epic toughness. So, yeah, I'm just collecting some. I also want to have all the sagas for the saga rewards, if possible. Want to boost the guild. I need to get it to like around level 40 so I can unlock a whole bunch of things.
More smugglers appear on this deck to repel the intruders. The captain falls at your feet. Long among multiple love letters from various paramours in different ports, you find a work contract for hardware deliveries.
Yeah, we're just running through these quests. These are like level 3 quests. On Elite, they're level 5, and I am level 29, so I am way overpowered. I don't really have to fight the monsters. I'm just more like, complete the quest objectives and get out of here.
Wizard splits into several copies of himself. None of them look
Right now, I'm just looking for these 4 crests. I think I have 3 already. And I'll be able to open up the end and exit. And this wizard somehow followed me in here. Nice.
The deck wizard collapses, no longer a threat.
I found all 4 quests and got all the collectibles, and we can go finish this quest, I think. No, clicked the wrong place. Wrong door. Cargo hold. And drop down here. Put all the crests in.
This is a lot of weapons. This isn't about ordinary smuggler tax.
Oh, I have to break the barrels.
Someone is preparing for war, and Saltmarsh does not see it coming. You must warn the town. With the last of the ship's officers slain, the rest of the smugglers would be wise to surrender. The ship is yours.
More barrels I need to break. Alright, I forgot about the Miststalker. Unless I get ahead of the beast. Come on, barrels. No barrels. Tasty ham.
The ship creaks as her hull belches smoke.
Find out who the buyers are.
Grab what valuables you can and get out.
Some kind of documents I didn't click on. But I'm pretty sure I saw them before. Okay. They were up the other side. Pretty sure I saw some documents over here, but I thought I clicked on them. So it's not these? I thought I clicked on those also, so I know I've seen them, so I guess I'll just go trace back through all the different places. Yeah, Captain Quarters up over here. Let's see. Yeah, these, I don't know. It won't allow me to click these, so I've seen them. Not here either. Maybe I have to go down and free whatever his name is. Osha, or whatever it's called. The sea elf. Sometimes quests like this, they can bug out. And it's sometimes easier to restart the quest. I don't know how I missed somehow something, but... Oh, hello.
The folk leader wants to know about the next shipment. That makes two of you.
Okay. Yeah, so this guy didn't spawn in because I came through the wrong side. I had to go in through this door for this guy to spawn in for the shipping documents to become active, so... Yep. I guess the trigger was you had to click on the actual door from the outside. No, but the same documents were on the table. Didn't become active until I walked in through this door, so... So, yeah, it could be didn't have to talk to that guy, but I still couldn't get to the documents. Let's hope the rest of the chain doesn't weigh me down like this particular quest.
A decrepit house stands atop the cliffs. A stiff wind blows in off the waves, carrying the briny stink of churning salt water.
See if we get lucky over here.
The front door opens into a musty, dirty entrance hall. You spot some faint footprints in the filth, leading down the corridor ahead.
No key. So I guess we go here.
What was once a fine master bedroom now stands dirty and decayed. A small wooden trunk stands at the foot of the bed, its lid closed. The ghostly figure in the corner of the room turns toward you. Get away! Get away! Get away! It yells before morphing into a monstrous figure that lunges towards you. With the iron key, you should be able to unlock...
There's a really cool... There's a whole bunch of things in this quest. The one thing that bugged me for a very long time was in this room, inside of the potted plants over here, potted plants, there's actually a secret lever. Just drew me crazy. Come on. Search for it. And this lever opens up a staircase over here. And there's a chest over here behind the wall. And I always could see the chest by using select next, but I could never find how to get there. It drew me crazy. But I put it in my solo walkthrough and guide for the actual quest.
The kitchen is dirty and damp. The stairs up are missing a few treads and smell of decay. The door on the eastern wall is locked with a heavy iron padlock. The smell of spoiled wine clogs your nose with its acrid odor. You nearly trip on a bloodied...
You can see the chest over here through the wall.
Chamber. Beyond this door lies a room.
Come on, finish talking.
Anything else you have seen in the house that you pause for a moment, taken aback.
I love how all the voice lines overline over here. Overlay, sorry. So they get all stuck in a queue, and they don't finish. So he's going to keep on talking. I can finish the quest before he finishes talking.
No matter. I'll just have to stop you here then. You got moves, I'll give you that. But there's a reason why they called me the Scourge of Satan. Where did you say you were from?
He's still talking, by the way.
Just any rube. Those idiots set me up. The assassin falls to his knees. It's your lucky day. You get to watch Ned Snakeshaft, the best assassin.
Come on, come on. Finish your cutscene also.
Hope you enjoy the view. With one last gasp, the assassin crumples into a silent heap on the musty wood flooring. Lanterns and supportive structures line this musty underground passage, suggesting the presence of human activity below. You emerge into a dingy, wet cavern with boxes and containers lining its walls. More smugglers stack their goods alongside the other merchandise. The apparent leader of the smugglers glares at you. We can't let you leave alive, now that you've discovered our
Still talking.
operation. You should have heeded our warnings and left this house while you had the chance. The wizard vanishes, yet copies of
3
his
minutes, that was
emerge
better.
to view in his place. You'll be dead long before you can see through my illusions, he says. The remaining smugglers scramble out of the cavern, presumably headed to the ship where the rest of their operation waits. The gang will get their due in good time. For now, you content yourself with plundering the smugglers' wares. That should make up for the treasure you have been promised. Fisherfolk and sailors come to this.
I got 6 XP for that.
To offer their prayers.
Let's kill this guy.
to the god of the sea.
I got 13 XP for that. Maybe I'll get a named item. Yeah, I think I'll run through all the different explorer zones and open up the map while I'm at it. Just because I can. Huge map. Let's see if the Otiog is here.
For a moment,
Yes, he is.
by the sprawling pit and the foul
Now he isn't.
What vile thing have you discovered? Then you realize it's the town dump.
Go say hi to the dead crocodile.
The catch of the
Hello.
is large, scaly, and filled with teeth as sharp as spears.
I guess we climb up this hill. No giant. Back to basics is one of the. I think this is probably one of like the first official DDO, sorry, D&D quests
Crumbling on the hillside.
ever made.
The upper floors have long since collapsed, but stairs lead down into the dark.
I did a speed run of this thing in less than a minute. It's pretty tight. This character can't possibly do that.
Strange sounds. The collapse here seems to have destroyed the mechanism built into the floor, whatever it was. A pulse of magical energy passes through the tunnels as the
There's a collectible and a switch in every room. 3 switches.
Several goblins scramble up in surprise as you enter the chamber. A second flash of energy surges through the tunnels as another lever is pulled.
My favorite thing about this map is it's the same tile-based map you'd get when you would create your own D&D adventure, with the rooms mapped out with letters and stuff.
A fetid stench wafts from this room. As the third lever is pulled, the barrier sealing the large chamber winks out.
I'm letting my hirelings get rid of all the trash. Go kill the wizard and his nightmare.
The mage stands defiantly at the top of the stairway. You're too late. Nothing can stop me now. My new creation will set the land ablaze. As the mage falls to the ground, the magic
And my inventory is full.
below fades.
Again.
The stench of
Just
brimstone
throw out some garbage.
as the nightmare lets out a terrifying bray. The nightmare falls, and its flames
This.
flicker out. Now, to tell
And
you found,
let's just go straight back there. I want to have room to pick up the reward for this quest anyway. You gotta remember every once in a while to empty out your inventory. As I click through everything, I'm just making sure I don't have anything that has 2 slots on it, because it's usually useful for crafting. So that's all I'm doing. As soon as it pops up, if it doesn't have 2 slots on it, it gets sold. By slots, I mean at the bottom of the item. I'll show you in a second. If you look at this item, so you can see it has the description of it, and there's a big blue bar that gives it the durability, and above that there's an augment slot, in this case blue. So sometimes you have items that have 2 slots. It'll be blue and yellow, blue and green, or green and yellow, or red and white, whatever the different colors are. So if it has 2 slots, I'll keep the item. If not, sell it. Yeah, so it's very quick. It just needs to flash there for a second, and then I can move on. And we head back out. Of course, now I have to resummon all of my hirelings. Oh no. Pick up the end reward for this thing.
A long abandoned tower stands.
We did finish it.
on the hillside.
There's still monsters standing next to it from when I was talking to him before.
Collapsed, but stairs lead down into the dark.
Smuggler's Warehouse.
No one has used the warehouses of Crapper's Cove for years, officially anyway. Rumor has it that some of the local smugglers use the shacks as a rendezvous point under cover of night.
Okay, let them run loose. Let them run loose.
Inside, you can see signs of recent habitation. In fact, you can hear muffled voices from the next room. A muffled shout can be heard from one of the rooms above you.
I'm gonna change my Epic Destiny stance. Might as well. I don't think I'm at any kind of risk of dying.
A figure in the corner calls for help as you burst into the room. The prisoner tells you that his captors interrogated him about a strange script he couldn't read. He says that the other captive was taken.
Supposed to jump downstairs and climb up, but we can just go from the top. Yeah, what we're doing right now is running the Saltmarsh chain on Heroic Elite because I need the favor. I need to get the 5,000 favors so I can
open down on the main floor.
My 5,000 reward, which is a +5 tome to Constitution, so I can take at level 30 my Epic Toughness.
Stairs lead down to the basement.
This is a First Life character who hasn't bought any tomes, so could use some extra strength. Yeah, the thing I get from the 5k favor will the option to take a +5 tome. Once I have +5 tomes, so my base Constitution will become 21. Well, at least 21. I took 16 Constitution when I started the character, so I have a higher Constitution than 15. So right now my Constitution is 32, which is fine. I'm not like using like any good items, but my base Constitution is only 16. And if I add a tome, a +5, then my base Constitution will be 21. I'll be able to take Epic Toughness.
Scratching and squeaking can be heard from deeper inside the cavern.
So the 5K favor doesn't really allow me to take a feat, but will enable me to take a tome that will in turn allow me to take a feat. So whatever, it's chained together. We got 3 switches we need to pull. A bunch of cultists hanging out in these rooms. Chop through them. Find the switches. And head to the end.
A woman stands nearby, reading a book. The halfling tells you that members of the Brotherhood interrogated her in a nearby building. She fears that they're trying to summon a great evil.
Okay, got 2 out of 3 switches. Cross through the central room again. Darkleaf asks, do I know anything about Dark Apostate? My short answer is, I don't really know anything about Dark Apostate. I know Axel, who plays a lot of cleric builds, did actually try Dark Apostate as on his main character, so he definitely gave it a fair shot. So if you want actual knowledge about it, I do strongly recommend you ask him. However, if you want me to give you my best guess, I could, but it's not going to be worth a lot, so sorry.
A faint sound of chanting can be heard from deeper inside the building. You can hear chanting in the distance as you enter the building.
Here's the thing I can tell you for sure about Dark Apostate. To a certain degree, it's just cleric. Like, if you're just going for, like, War Priest and a whole bunch of other things like that, basically, you can just play it as if you were playing any kind of other melee cleric. But it happens to be dark themed, okay? I'm just not saying... I'm not going to tell you if it's, like, really good or anything specific about it. I know the imbued that you get, like, when you're in the stance, is pretty nice. So, that might be a plus, but other than that, I can't really tell you a lot about it.
The chanting halts. An angry form materializes inside the summoning circle. A voice from the room next door shouts, "What's going on?"
I did some testing with it, and the best thing I could say about it was it looked cool. That was like as far as I got with playing around with it. So you definitely don't want, you know, me to give you anything concrete advice about it.
Chamber floor to collapse. A coffin lies in the corner of this dusty crypt, covered in...
Well, it got cinder fingers.
The creature in the casket
Finished. That was 6 minutes.
But you decide that there must have been a good reason for the thing to be bound inside its coffin. Best to let sleeping apparitions lie. No one has used the warehouses of Crapper's Cove for years, officially anyway. Rumor has it that some of the local smugglers used the shacks as a rendezvous point under cover of night.
Let's see if the giants spawned in. And then we'll go to the top of the hill, and jump down to the lighthouse, and walk up to the next quest. Yeah, I feel that. If you follow along with somebody else's guide, you'll save yourself a lot of that fear, because the fact that somebody else made it already to 20 means that there is a path that's pretty straightforward that you can follow. It doesn't have to be a great build, it just has to be a passable build, and you should make it. Okay, everybody just needs to relax and get off my puzzle. Don't step on the puzzle. Thank you. Now, reset the puzzle once, you walk through all of these, and then you step on this one again. Thank you very much. Okay. You are all ordered back into commission. Okay, this puzzle has these like little platforms you click on and they activate different runes, make them going up or down. You can always reset it, but your hirelings can step on it also. It'll be very annoying if you're trying to solve it. Have to get him to stop. We need to head out to the lighthouse. This is just an explorer. I'm getting like 6 XP for each explorer, but my goal is ultimately to open up the map.
A beacon stands here to warn ships away from the dangers of the headland at night.
Go say hi to the skeleton.
The vast skeleton lies just below the surface of the water. You idly wonder whether it's been there for months, years, or centuries.
Been there ever since Saltmarsh came out and the devs put it there. I know this for a fact.
Hastily erected fortifications surround a low entrance into the hillside. This is the lizard folk's new lair. A lizard folk calls to you from up ahead.
This is my least favorite quest in Saltmarsh. Just because of how convoluted it is.
Speak with you in her throne room. Yet to get there, you'll need to make your way past insurgent lizard folk that have turned against their queen.
Unfortunately for me, I had to farm this a whole bunch of times trying to get a certain item, so I know it now pretty good.
We both face a threat that could destroy us all.
Also, sorry about my voice. I haven't been feeling good for the last few days, and my voice is starting to fall apart again, so I apologize.
High Shaman Kefin, the leader of the rebels. These officers must be fomenting rebellion. Defeating as many of them as you can will please the lizard folk queen.
Gotta get 2 crests so we can fight. Yeah. This quest can take a very long time unless you know exactly where you're going. But on R10, you're going to have to fight so many monsters, it's going to take you a long time, even if you know exactly where you're going. There's no avoiding it. There's tons of these big fights. They're all scripted and you have to go through. We got crest number 1. Heading over to crest number 2. It also feels very crowded and claustrophobic. I don't know if that kind of stuff bothers you. It more bothers because it's very hard to see where you're going. You're always looking like with your head in the ceiling. That's what it feels like. Yeah, if you're playing a character who's a little bit too big, I don't know, if you're a purple dragon knight bear, you ain't seen anything. Then add Reaper wings on top of that. You're basically blocking the entire tunnel and can't see where you're going.
High Shaman Kethin is beyond the gateway, chanting some sort of incantation. But the door into the temple is sealed with a pair
See if I can take the shortcut back.
High Shaman Kethin and the other rebel leaders have
Yep,
met
save myself some time.
now to tell the Lizard Folk Queen. A grateful Queen Othokent says that the Lizard Folk are willing to ally with Saltmarsh. But first, she asks 2 favors of you. Speak with the 3 ambassadors from other tribes and rescue the captured subchief, Irtos.
Okay, let's do it.
You spot the spear crest on the table near a group of rebel officers.
Oh yeah, if you're playing an alchemist, you have this arc to all of your spells that flies up, and it's very easy to have it bump into things when you play in tight spaces. So unless you're like directly in front of them, there's a very good chance you'll be missing all of your spells. Got the crest. We needed to free some guy. Think he's here.
The subchief tells you that one of the rebel officers has taken the crest needed to free him to a nearby barracks.
Now we need to go to the end and talk to the guys there before we can do the optional with the thief. If we try to do the thief first, it kind of breaks it, as far as I can tell. So you have to go talk to them, trigger the objective, then come back and talk to them. At least in my experience. So let's do that. Let's talk to everyone. Yes, yes, yes.
Ambassadors from 3 different tribes await within this cavern.
Okay, yes, yes, yes.
The Troglodytes.
Next. Yes, yes, yes.
The ambassador of the Troglodyte tribe has asked you to find his stolen necklace and deal with the thief responsible. You've concluded negotiations with the Bullywug tribe. You've secured the Sea Elves' support in the Alliance.
Okay, and now we need to find a guy. I think his locations, there's like 3 different locations we can be. It's pretty fixed though. Hi Edward, how you doing? I'm assuming you're confirming that if you do it out of order, it messes it up. But as far as I can tell, it doesn't permanently break the quest, but it just doesn't work. So you try to kill the guy. And he's not one of these. Let's go back. Check out the shrine. Someplace over here. See, in this room. Found him.
The thief collapses, dropping a carved bone necklace. Return this to the Troglodyte ambassador.
Okay, and let's go back. And we've got a Miststalker. I should probably take the lantern off. I'm not getting any XP for lanterns, so what's the point?
You've secured the Troglodytes' tribe support in the Alliance. Alarm bells ring out from the Central Ocean Grotto. As the Lizard Folk tribe weakened by
Now you're stuck with all this fog because my Miststalker's hanging out over there.
the Central Ocean Grotto, the gates protecting the underwater entrance slam open.
This is so dumb. Let's call my hirelings over. Just so I don't forget to do this later. you're wondering what's going on, during the Miststalker event, these Miststalkers will spawn in randomly during the quest. And they have this fog effect. And yeah, that's what's messing up this entire thing, so. It has nothing to do with the actual quest I'm doing. It's just a side effect of this particular thing standing here. Well, I just one shot through the barrier. Luckily, there's still a few things who can go through barriers. One of them is the, whatever, orchid blossoms, whatever it's called.
The lizard folk will stand together with your town.
9 minutes and 6 seconds. Yeah. Officially, this is probably the longest quest out of all the quests in Saltmarsh. Even if you know exactly where you're going.
Hastily erected fortifications surround a low entrance into the hillside. This is the lizard folk's new lair.
There are a few explore areas like scattered around over here. Some of them are a bit tricky to find. Let's do this quest first.
The crates the sailor mentioned aren't anywhere on this deck. They must be some.
Just in case you don't have underwater action, you can take the bubble from there.
There's a gaping hole in the ship's hull. Beyond it, you
Or
can see
here.
a cave leading down into the depths of the water.
So anybody got some critical feedback on the intermission trailer? I don't know why I'm calling it a trailer, but the intermission, whatever it is, show part, thingy, whatever you want to call it. Payable was better than what we had before, so at least that.
As your only option.
My goal was that hopefully it's engaging and a little bit too much to ever all watch at once, so you can watch it multiple times without getting totally sick of it. That was like the goal. Anytime I'm going to make something, I'm not going to change up every time. I don't want it to get old really fast. That is always a major concern. Yeah, I just changed the direction of these tiles so they don't activate the traps next to them.
Gears whir into action, and the ground shakes as a massive door grinds open nearby. Then there's a sudden clatter of stone. It seems that the shaking caused the nearby cave wall to collapse. The newly revealed passageway leads into another section of the caverns. The rasping
Collectible
sound of
chest.
lizard folk voices can be heard further in the distance. A trio of lizard folk guard a nearby door. Looking closely, you can see that the cave continues beyond the cascading spray of the waterfall. Peering into the pool, you can see an.
There's actually a hidden chest right as you get out of this water. It's trapped and locked right over there. Climb up and around, but I don't have time for it. Doesn't have named loot, I don't care.
Sealed doors lead
Let's fight a
off
boss
this
over here.
chamber, one to the west and one to the south. The door opens to reveal a powerful lizard folk warrior. The creature curses you in an unfamiliar language as it falls.
Yeah, I can gauge the power of this creature by how good his curses are. He curses me in a language I don't even know. At least that's the message it's trying to convey.
Lizard folk suddenly leap down from the darkness above.
Some of these guys prevent you from opening up the final door unless you kill them.
You can see a pile of crates matching the sailor's description on the other side of the room. As you approach the crates, you hear a guttural voice.
These weapons are needed for the High Shaman's plan.
Then the lizard folk drop from above. The lizard folk
4 minutes and 4 seconds.
Now, to recover the
Not bad at
you're
all.
sent here to find. You found the crates you were looking for, but they contained weapons, not wine. It seems that sailor wasn't telling the truth. This ship seems to have sunk very recently. The main cabin appears to be completely intact.
Someplace around here, there is an explorer. Here we go.
There was a battle here, and judging from the corpses, it was a battle that the lizard folk clearly lost.
Final enemy. I've done this quest like once, where I did everything. But other than that, since then, I've only been doing like speed runs of this thing. Running basically to the end to farm out items. It's got some very good items in it. The helm, which has the, what's it called? Death Ward clicky on it. And also the ring. Both very good items to draw from this particular quest. And the best part about this quest is, you don't actually have to finish the quest to get the chest. So, yeah. You just defeat the boss, but don't pick up the, whatever it's called, the codex page, or whatever this story is supposed to be. And you can just loot the chest, and if you don't find what you want, you can just recall, reset. You don't have to run all the way back to the quest giver and try it again.
Into their own military base. You hear the clang of hammers and the scrape of shovels.
Again, sorry about my voice being so messed up. Hope you can still hear me and understand me.
To renovate what was once their own fortress. Sahuagin soldiers guard the slaves. The lizard folk slaves seize their chance and turn on their Sahuagin masters.
You should be able to tell which quests I've ran many, many times and which quests I haven't run that many times, based on how much I know how to run through them. I was afraid for a second I was going to get hit with a tick of damage again, prevent me from pulling that lever. And this side has two rooms with enemies you need to kill and then pull a lever. And a collectible, of course. And the other side has a puzzle. We shall head back to the center. Now let's do the puzzle. Yeah, we're inside of this fortress who belonged to the lizard folk, who is now being taken over by the Sahuagin, who are slowly but surely sinking this entire place. So they've completely sunk the bottom level, and now the other levels are, well, being this one's kind of being flooded. It doesn't get more flooded than this, but whatever. That's at least how the story goes. Do this puzzle. Okay, come on. And I've got somewhat of an obsession with puzzles, making sure that when I put in the final tile, it all lights up at once. I don't like incrementally lighting up a puzzle, letting it, you know, be lit up little by little. I like when it's all like lit up all at once.
The ground trembles.
I don't know why, but
Rises once again.
something satisfying about it.
Sahuagin must be using magic to sink the entire fortress.
I am running out of key. I need to kill some stuff. Or just use the clicky. Also, by the way, if you're trying to farm for just end reward, you only need to click on this device, and if you skip the boss over here, you won't be able to finish the quest, which again will allow you to loot the end chest and then just recall reset. So if you're not actually planning to finish the quest, you don't have to go into this room at all. Still gonna have to click on that device if you want to get to the bottom floor though. It's scripted to prevent you from going downstairs. And here we go, the lower floor. It's already completely flooded, but that device allows me to breathe underwater, puts me inside of a bubble. It's more than just breathe underwater, it allows me to also attack and cast spells and stuff underwater. I don't know why DDO just doesn't allow you to attack underwater. A shame. It would add a whole new dimension to the game. And a lot of different quests become very interesting.
The High Priestess has just arrived at the fortress's main entrance. You found your primary target at last. You've slain the High Priestess, crippling the Sahuagin's leadership.
Okay, so basically we've killed the High Priestess. Now we can loot the chest. See if we get any named items. And as you can see, I haven't finished the quest. So technically if I recall now, I can recall, reset, and come back and loot this chest again. I don't have to actually finish the quest in order to get the chest if I'm just trying to loot it and look for a specific item.
The Sahuagin will be unable to invade Saltmarsh and the surrounding coastal areas.
And I missed checking how long it was. Sorry, my bad.
Captured the seaside fortress from the lizard folk. They're using it as their base of operations for their
well, it was probably less than 5 minutes because the monsters didn't spawn back in, so at least we know that.
The deck is littered with dead sailors. They didn't die in the wreck. Their wounds suggest that they were slain with spears.
Hi, Edward T. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a good time. I hope I didn't butcher your name. I'm sorry if I did. Ah, nice. Thank you.
A large hole leads down beneath the earth. Strange sounds and a stranger smell from the burrow.
Down we go.
The passageway splits here.
I was working on making my solo walkthrough guide for this video, and there's a section where you need to jump on these poles. It's very tricky. And before I finished recording the video, DDO came out with a updated version of this quest that gave you an optional way to get past the jumping puzzle. So I went and I added it into the recording. So it was one of those things I was glad I got it before I uploaded the video, so I could enter it in. Yes, just an optional over there. No, I don't care.
The rune flickers to life as you touch it.
I think I missed a rune on the other side. I can check by looking in the center room. Yes, I missed a rune on the other side. I waited for it to unlock, but I didn't click on it. And now we double back. There we go. Now I'm going to do the I'm going to do the optional because I'm here already. Sorry. Say hello. Goodbye. Let's take your chest. Is there any collectible here? No. And we are out. Back to the central chamber. Let's climb up. I really hope I don't lag out on the jumps. Worst comes to worst, I'll have to go for the swim.
You see a doorway up on a ledge above. Perhaps it leads to the
This is one of my favorite puzzles. The fact that you don't have to remember what it is, you just look at it and it tells you if you're on the right one or not. These circles come off of it. Basically, ding, ding, ding. Right answer. Thank you. Hey, that one wasn't my fault. I'll take the blame for all the other ones, but that one wasn't my fault. Okay, let's unlock the halfway point. Yeah, that's the one good thing about Wayfinder. There's nobody there to make it lag. .64-bit is overall pretty good. There are specific areas that are always problematic, like here, basically, because I'm looking down, so there's a lot of things that it's calculating all at the same time, so it's a little bit tricky. But we made it. But yeah, when 64 came out, I had a lot of problems. It got worse, then got better. Now it's better. I don't know. I'm comparing it to Orion, so I'm on the other side of the spectrum when it comes to talking about lag. Because if Wayfinder has no players, Orion has all of them.
To reveal a large bullywug cap open to the sky. An impressively large bullywug commands his smaller.
You shouldn't take everything I say though as fact. You have to keep in mind that I also have very weird play times, so I am not on the standard time zone. So I might be playing when there's almost nobody online, which is also something you should take into consideration. I don't know how the server would feel on peak performance times. So just please take that into consideration.
You've escaped at last. large hole leads down beneath the earth. Strange sounds and a stranger smell from the burrow.
Well, yeah, hardcore was tons of lag. I guess they disabled all the lag from the hardcore by just deleting hardcore. One way of getting rid of the problem.
This small druid's grove is a quiet haven of peace.
We got a few more locations we got to pick up in the middle over here. See if the troll's over there. Nope, no troll. Lizard folk shrine someplace over here.
The lizard folk have built a crude shrine as a way of marking the new boundary.
Now the Bullywugs shrine. Big pile of mud. Or so we hope.
A crude statue of a giant frog. It seems to be made of packed dirt. At least, you hope it's dirt.
Yes, I hope it's dirt.
Tracks in the mud lead to a dark and stinking den.
Come on, let me move.
This cave stinks of death.
Okay, finally, the quest finally loads.
Judging from what you can see, the Sahuagin have set up some kind of ritual to control the giant crocodile, and they're using it to raid passing ships. Some of these wine casks have teeth marks. Big ones. There are definitely some unpleasant things living in that water. Best to avoid a swim. Intruders, hisses the Sahuagin. They meddle with the pattern. Hold them, my warriors. I will commune with 1,000 teeth.
Okay, one down. Fight 1,000 teeth. Hello.
1,000 teeth rips out of the water.
Oops. Clicked the wrong one over there. Okay, 2 out of 4. One. Okay, this should be 3 out of 4. Gotta fight the water weirds when they show up. I think that's it. And let's go fight him.
Thousand Teeth gives a deep growl and charges again. The beast is fully committed to the battle.
And that took 2 minutes and 43 seconds. And my inventory is full. Once again. We shall have to deal with that. I have to throw something out of my inventory so I can pick up the end reward. I don't want to have to come back here.
Dark and stinking den.
All good. do a quick run and check out all the rares, just in case I can add them to my monster manual, and head back out. And we are almost done. Rare not there. Oh, it's here. Hello. Two more locations. We've got to go to the house, and we've got to go to the rest stop, wherever that is. Yeah, here's the rest. This is the last quest.
It looks as though many
and where's the
travelers have
house?
used this campsite to pass the night over the years.
House should be in this direction. Here we go. This should open up our map. And
Lone cottage stands here,
magic.
abandoned and overgrown.
We've got the entire map open. So, one last quest to do. I could just run past it, but it's gonna drive me crazy. I have to keep on throwing things out of my inventory just to do the quest. So, we shall sell one more time. A whole bunch of items here. Need to feed to my sentient weapon or put inside of the shared bank account. But until then, I'm just selling everything. Okay. Truth is, I think I actually technically finished the heroic Saltmarsh saga now. Yeah, 9 out of 10, I can skip this. So, because I'm VIP, I am now flagged. Big deal. Hey, let's do the last quest. I'm gonna go out of my way just to see if the giant is there. See if the ooze is there. Then the fire beetle. Then the orc. Then I'll do the quest. No giant. See if the ooze is here. Should be on the far side of this mountain. Right next to the water. Sorry, it's not an ooze. It's a crocodile. Is there a chest here someplace? Nope. Let's head out for the fire beetle. Fire beetle's all the way out over here. Over there and there.
It looks as though
Two last
many
places.
travelers have used this campsite to pass the night over the years.
Yeah, this Ronk has the fire beetle chest if he shows up. And finally, the orc. Should be camping out over here. And he's actually here. He's always a champion and always the same kind of a champion. So, if anybody asks you, where can you fight a champion on normal? So now you have an answer. Typically, champions only spawn in on hard and elite, so there is a champion in the game you can fight who spawns in on a normal difficulty. Okay, final quest. Here we go.
You awake from a troubled dream filled with shouts and screams. Then you realize it wasn't a dream at all. Panicked calls for help can be heard a short distance to the south. You shake off your slumber and make...
Yeah, having your hirelings over here in this quest is really good because they chase down all the enemies who keep on running around.
Dazed and trembling. Several Sahuagin lie dead at her feet.
You can see them on the map when they spawn in. There's like a bunch of red dots. My throwing weapon is so weak I can't even one-shot these guys. And they're level 5 and I'm level 29. It's terrible.
The exhausted smuggler beckons you over to talk. The smuggler explains that the Sahuagin have built several other shrines nearby. The closest one is just to the southwest, across a small bridge. Two injured fisherfolk cower near the foot of the Sahuagin shrine, which pulses with evil energy. Better put a stop to that. The first shrine collapses beneath your blows. Then, you hear the sound of creatures running in from the fog.
Yeah, so the story is I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm being attacked and we're going through and clearing out these waves of enemies attacking us. Okay, we can move on. Collectible. Let's go, go, go.
The Sahuagin shrine also emanates an eerie energy. Whatever it's doing, it can't be good.
Yeah, these guys who hang out of range. Come on. Come attack me. We can chase him down. I God, I can probably one-shot them with my monk abilities better than I can with my shuriken. Got him. Let's do the optional because I want to. There's another optional later. Can we do it now already? No, whatever. Let's do this first.
Clearly the Sahuagin are building a network of these evil shrines as part of their plan to conquer the Saltmarsh. Sahuagin attack, seeking vengeance for your destruction of the shrine.
If you don't kill every single one of these of a specific round, the next round won't spawn in. Like forcing you to be very careful to kill every single one. They should make it 10 seconds after you finish 80% of the first round the second round would spawn in. So if you're very fast, you get rewarded with having a small breather between rounds. And if not, well, second round's gonna start.
You hear the call of the horn. Sahuagin reinforcements, perhaps?
Okay, here's a locked chest.
You spot another shrine to the north.
Fun fact about that particular chest, I actually recorded the video, my solo walkthrough guide for that particular video. I already finished the recording, and then before I uploaded the video itself, I was on stream with Axel, and we finished the boss, and we found that extra chest. And I was like, I actually didn't know about this until now, so I added a clip from it and put it in the solo walkthrough and guide at the end. So it was like, got tacked on at the end of the video, because I actually didn't know about it when I was recording the video. Most of my solo walkthrough and guides are like, I have to find everything myself. So, and I miss things every once in a while.
You don't see any more nearby.
Try to do my best to put them in once I do it.
To make a desperate stand.
Is quarterstaff my favorite style? I don't know, but when I played quarterstaff a long time ago, I always liked collecting quarterstaffs, but I never had a build who could do it. And then quickstick came around, and after doing that, I played a whole bunch of other things and already had a whole bunch of quarterstaffs. So I started to make a whole bunch of other ways to utilize all the quarterstaffs I already had. So I'm not sure what came first. So I don't necessarily have an affinity to quarterstaff, but I already have like a whole bunch of builds and things set up around it, so it's very convenient. Let's leave it at that. That if I'm playing quarterstaff, I know exactly what I'm doing, and I know how all the epic destinies can work. I know which items I need. There's a whole bunch of other things that's just like, it's just easy. But I can't say it's like my favorite. I do have things that I want, but I don't know enough about them to be very good or efficient at them, so that's kind of the problem.
You've stopped the Sahuagin's mission tonight, though surely the Sea Devils will continue their efforts to conquer Saltmarsh in the morning. Speaking of which, it's time for you to finally get a good night's sleep.
So yeah, I guess quarterstaff is my comfort zone. If that's an indication to go by, so yeah.
It looks as though many travelers have used this campsite to pass the night over the years.
And we are finished. Yep. Pick up our rewards. I'm looking at the border of the item, and if the border of the item is highlighted in a lighter blue, like this, there's a good chance it's more valuable because it's got something rare on it. Should return might mean it has an extra slot, so I just double click on those items if I see one. And if not, so then I'll look at all these numbers. And the biggest number, so a +3 and a +2. This +2 is 1,600 plat. This one's 2,400. Just going to be worth more plat when I sell it. So basically, if it is +2s and +3s, I'll just pick up a +3. I'm just saying, I'm showing different ways to how do I quickly determine what item am I going to pick. It's not just random. There is some kind of thought process behind it. And now I've explained it. So yeah, mind flares. I don't know what this thing is. Intelligence 2. Well, that about does it. Well, thank you all for joining my stream. I appreciate it very much. Hope you all had a good time. And yeah, I hope you're going to enjoy the outro now, the new outro. And I hope to catch you all in my next stream. So, take care. Bye.